Alright, sorry for not making this video earlier in the day. I found out about this right away. Thank you again to Triton for tagging me immediately, but I didn't have a chance. So with my excuses out of the way, let's talk about what's happening with tickets and why you might want to spend it. So, okay, right away when Pirate Llamas came out, any tickets that you had were getting converted into Spy Llamas. That was more or less intended, but mostly accidental. This is an old video I made, 63. It reached a lot of eyeballs where I recommended to not spend your tickets, and that's still frankly true. A bit of my theories were off because I wanted to theory craft a little bit. You know, I figured Wild West Llamas might be following, our tickets might be turning into them, but what confused a lot of people, especially as of late, is I'm going to full screen this so you can read it a little bit better, is that the Spy Llamas are going to be getting converted. But that's not true. Spy Llamas are going to come from Lunar Llama, or Lunar tickets, I should say, at the end of that season, which they did. But because Epic kind of goofed, and apparently this wasn't abundantly clear, a lot of people have been thinking that these llamas are going to turn into Spy Llamas, which is sort of what they addressed here. And this is the first part. Remember, or note, Matt just mentioned this right away, and then updated later saying, we wanted to share some information with you regarding adventure tickets. There was an early conversion that took place, turned into Spy Llamas, and then at the end of the season, all of our tickets are going to turn into Pirate Llamas. And then he updated, because people were not happy about that. This is not getting many votes. If Pirate Llamas are not what you desire, then, or if they're what you do desire, buy them. You can get them now. Otherwise, hold off until we figure it out. And that is something I want to dissect before we get into it, because this stuff angers me. This is on Reddit. This is just Magist posting on a Reddit. It's an unofficial Fortnite Reddit supported by the devs, but like, this is not where we should be getting our news. There should be a big gigantic warning when you go to hit claim. There should be an "Are you sure?" at the end of this. It shouldn't just let me open this. Like, you got to be announcing this stuff in game. I have, from that video with all the views, you know, where lots and lots of people weighed in on this subject, have said hundreds of thousands of tickets in total have been wasted by people not knowing what's happening with these tickets. Do we spend them? Do we save them? Are they going to get turned into birthday llamas? Let's get into that now. So, birthday llamas is an easy no for a couple of reasons, and that is kind of tying into what's going to be said here. I'll skip ahead a bit. I mean, I'll share this on screen for a while. You can have plenty of time to read it, but all adventure tickets are going to be turned into Spy Llamas, apparently, or we're planning to at least. And if you want to buy pirate tickets or pirate llamas right now, you can do that. So what I'm saying is they're going to be turned into Spy Llamas, or if you want pirate llamas. The birthday tickets are not going to happen. A lot of people thought that adventure tickets were used for birthday llamas. I'm going to check this live because I already checked this before, but I'm going to try and find it right now, that birthday llamas last year, 2018, were actually used we're using Wild West tickets, or the adventure, God, what do you call them? They're not adventure tickets. They were used, oh my god, road trip tickets. There we go. And I don't know if I actually showed what kind of tickets were used here, but they weren't adventure tickets, suffice it to say. Yeah, they look very, very similar. I mean, they look identical, but these were not the same tickets. So that doesn't prove it, but I had another old video where I showed it. My point is, no, your tickets, your adventure tickets here will not be used on birthday llamas. Almost certainly. I'm saying that almost certainly there because they have not announced anything about birthday llamas whatsoever. But it seems on the 17th here, you're going to lose all your tickets and you're going to get either Spy Llamas or pirate tickets regardless. Then on June 30th, I'm going to turn 21 and be allowed to legally drink. Oh, wait, no, actually the Blockbuster event's going to end. Well, that's cool too. So the Blockbuster event is going to be ending on June 30th, which is good to know because for those of you who don't know and don't follow my recent videos, I actually did just cover a video on not any of that, on how to get rid of Chrome husks. And I got some very salty comments about me not making this video sooner, which is funny because I don't actually have a time machine. But yeah, if you want to know how to get rid of Chrome husks and, you know, how to not have to struggle through them for the future here, link to that video below because you can get rid of them. I mean, spoiler alert, just finish your quest line, but I get into a few more details in that video. So yeah, to sum everything up, because I've done a lot of talking, we can at least read this a little bit and then I'll summarize it, I suppose, what it means at the end there. So he explained how the spy event ended, and then llamas were, you know, replaced by pirate llamas. When the swap happened, a conversion triggered that any tickets turned into Spy Llamas. We covered this, and then this home base report kind of covered it. This is what I showed in my video, I believe, and this is kind of the confusing thing here. Any tickets that players have in their accounts at the end of the season will be converted to spy tickets. Any tickets That's what confused people. They should have said lunar tickets, but because of that bug, pirate llamas or, adventure tickets were being used for those spy llamas. And then we can communicate at the end of the season, llamas will be turned into spy llamas. To clarify, this conversion happened at the end of the spy narrative rather than the end of the season. And since you could only obtain the spy weapons for a limited time, it wasn't fully communicated, we're planning to convert all of the tickets, all the adventure tickets, into spy llamas, which is kind of cool, because a lot of people really aren't that excited about the pirate set. In fact, I can show it here that well, it's funny, in the middle of this season, they've gone from flintlock to just pirate weapons straight up. They're not that exciting. The duelist is kind of good. The old Betsy and Spyglass are fantastic if you're in the earlier zones. It can be really, really good for the Mythic Storm King. Bundle Bus didn't even come from these llamas, so that doesn't really count. We only have like 2 weeks. I mean, the Bowler and the Walloper have to be coming out this Friday. I mean, I'm could totally be wrong here, but if the pirate llamas are going away very soon, there is not a lot of time for the Bowler and the Walloper to release. And I'm looking at my phone, June 4th. We have 1 Friday until June 17th. 2 Fridays. We have the 5th and the 12th until the 17th. So that's got to be the Bowler and the Walloper. I don't know. I'm just theory crafting here, but that's it. Corsair and Jack's Revenge are very cool weapons. The Powder Keg's very cool, but I mean, people just, they're very cool. They're not like meta-defining, game-changing, but the spy weapons, which I cannot currently see right now, are actually really good. The Grunt's really decent. The Browbeater is one of the best shotguns in the game. The Trinity and the Pepper Spray are very good SMGs. The Trinity doesn't get enough love, but the Pepper Spray is definitely there. The damage isn't necessarily there compared to some of the higher-end SMGs, but its range, its fire rate, its 1.5-second base reload makes it extremely versatile. Great weapon. The Cleaner is absolutely destroyed by the devs and is unfortunately unused by anybody because that 3-second downtime between shots is just not enough. I have videos on literally all of these in the description below. I cover the spy weapons heavily, so link to that. Instigator's decent bow, and the pot shot is phenomenal. It's so strong that it might actually be bugged. I might be covering that in a future video. But my point is, the spy weapons are considerably more favored by a lot of people for pretty obvious reasons here. So the fact that we have the chance to get spy weapons instead of the pirate llamas weapons are nice to a lot of people. Personally, I love all these weapons equally, but I don't really care which ones I get. But more spy weapons is a fantastic thing, I guess. I don't think any weapons should ever be locked behind an event, so the fact that we're having another chance, another crack at these spy weapons is very, very cool. And then the Blockbuster event ends June 30th, which is interesting because they haven't announced any of the Blockbuster heroes to return, which needs to happen, in my opinion. You can't just have the Blockbuster event and then just make absolutely no mention of the heroes that should come with this. Where's the Blockbuster heroes? Yeah, so we get Archaeologist. Raven hasn't been announced. This guy, what is he? Diecast Jonesy? He's phenomenal for miniguns, by the way. Like, he is the minigun hero for damage. Very, very good to have. She's the only hero in the game that buffs her reload speed, so something to know, at least as of recording. 8-Bit Demo is very good for, saving explosive ammo. I made a fantastic video on that. Link below. Just check out for the awesome, the insane rocket loadout video. That'll be linked in the description. You can use him to save a ton of ammo and basically increase your mag size by a lot. And all of these heroes have their own little niches, their own little shticks, and are very, very good to get, but none of these 4 have been announced, and I think Carbide's the only one you can get. You might be able to get Cloakstar. I think you can get Cloakstar too, but my point is, Raven, at the very least, has not been announced. So, yeah, maybe there's a lot of time for that to happen. I mean, we do have quite a... let me check here. We have a few Fridays until June 30th, right? We got that Friday, which will be... so these 2, and then we got 1 and 2 Fridays. 2 Fridays until June 30th. So you're going to update the event shop with 4 heroes in 2 weeks? I'm scared, chat. I'm scared. I don't know what they're doing. And frankly, I'm going to quote Triton, who sent me this initially. I don't think Epic knows what they're doing. The fact that they made an announcement after replying to an individual user, which, by the way, we should not be getting our information by comment responses on Reddit. I'm going to say this again like I did earlier in the video. This disgusts me. You should not be giving an individual behind the scenes info that everybody should know. I think from the very beginning of the season, we should have known whether or not our tickets are going to be converted into another llama or not. This is very important. I don't think they understand how many hours people have spent running dungeons, link to my guide on that in the description below, or farming these tickets, getting as many as they possibly can, just having no idea what's going to happen to them. I tried to leave a message, and I don't think anybody even responded. So, yeah, I don't know. This is not a reliable source. It's not even a part of the game. They don't announce anything in the game. The home base reports have been completely quiet. Just you know, they made a nice little announcement about the things going on right now, but that's it. There's not a word that I've seen, and it's just it's stressing me out. But at least you guys have me to, you know, rant on video, trying to give you guys the lowdown. So that's what's happening. The reason I said that you might not want to save your tickets is pretty obvious, I would hope, at this point. But if you want pirate llamas, buy them now, get them while you can. And if you don't, that's how you should save your tickets if you really want the spy weapons. I'm going to say this at the very end. I should have mentioned this immediately, but I've talked about this a lot before. And that is whether or not you know how to buy your llamas. So you can't get Bundle Bus, you can't get Bowler, and you cannot get Wallper from the llamas. The Powder Keg is in the event shop. You cannot get this. Every other one of these weapons is obtainable. If your collection book looks like mine, and it is nice and clean and filled out, oh my god, that last Jack's Revenge took me so long. People on the stream know what I'm talking about. If you have all these weapons and you have copies and you are satisfied, you're good to go. You're fine. Just wait. You're going to get spy weapons. If your collection book looks like mine, again, where it's mostly filled out, I haven't slotted a bunch of these because I got good perks, then you might want to wait as well. You know, I don't know. If your collection book looks like mine, then you don't care what happens. But I'm assuming that's not most of you. So if you need any of these weapons from either of the sets, either save your tickets for the Spy Llamas or spend them now for the Pirate Llamas. This has been a long video. It wasn't extremely well structured, but I tried to get to everything. That's what's going on. Please, Epic, please. I love this transparency. I love that we're finally getting dates and a little bit of information, but put it in the game. Put it in the game. There's got to be a splash text right next to these llamas, because people are wasting tickets left and right, and it's not okay. All right, see you guys in the next one. Sorry that was a little ranty. I like to stay positive. I do have more fun videos coming out soon. I even covered the yeoman today. Yeah. It's not pronounced Yemen. I've learned things. See you guys in the next one.